assassination attempt.
Most you've ever despised someone.
Nixon. Oh, I know. Teddy Roosevelt. When they shot Teddy Roosevelt in the chest, but he had a really thick speech he wanted to give, and it was in his pocket, and it shot, and the thick speech stopped the bullet from killing him.
For most people, their deep hatred doesn't
That wasn't a bad assassination attempt, though. It was an honest try.
leave the recesses of their mind. Others, however, are driven to do some pretty wild stuff in the pursuit of revenge. Take the CEO killer, Luigi Mangione. Yes, he's hot. He's super sexy. He's got thick eyebrows. I got a unibrow coming in. How many comments I get of people being like, he's growing a unibrow.
But why don't I don't know. Whenever somebody has a unibrow, they're like, yeah, dude, I have a unibrow. And I'm like, if you want to keep it, keep it. I grow a unibrow. I shave it. I have hair that grows here. Like a lot of hair. Every time I shave my face, I take a razor and I go right down here. And then you don't have a unibrow.
Bro, you think I don't have a mirror, dude? I'm lazy. If I was fucking stacked like Luigi, no one would be saying anything. They'd be like, unibrows are in. Luigi had so much animosity for the healthcare system that he traveled to Midtown Manhattan in New York City and shot a man to death. Regardless if you think it's justifiable or not, them's the facts.
They're saying he's innocent.
There are some people saying he's innocent. I'll be completely honest, I have no idea. How the hell are you supposed to know?
Oh, no, now it's definitely him, but in the moment, I remember they were showing the pictures of Luigi to the camera footage of that guy, and they didn't look similar at all.
Dude, I don't have all the facts.
There's TOS at 9:45. No, there's not. You're a liar. You're a liar. Loving for the 3. Gotta jump out of stream so I don't want to ruin the Papa Meat video. My dog got taken from me. It's really bad, but your videos helped me through. Thank you. Well, I'm glad I'm able to help. I'm sorry your dog got taken, Loving. Cage for the 3, or for the 5. Best advice you ever been told or given in your life, Mohammed for the 8. Really love what you do. Hate the Parkinson's does to people. Life's really bad. Look forward to watching you. All I have, sorry. Tabs for the sub. Ginger Ale for the 100 to Parkinson's Foundation. Max, how dare you donate? Meow. Aaron for the 9. Grandma passed 9 years ago from Parkinson's. I'm so sorry to hear that. General for the 10. Explain the joke one chatter made about all guard bread sick for hungry people's like a rock. Sisyphus. I didn't get it all. I don't know if you did either. I did not. Stinky for the sub gauge for the 10. If I had to give myself my younger self advice, I don't know. 8:40. I'll be done. Sorry, Brooke's texting me. I don't really know. I've talked about that before, though. I feel like it just constantly changes. Best advice you've ever been given? Samuel for the sub. Stress about the things you're able to control, but don't give a shit, but don't have anxiety or freak out about the things you have no control over. It's like a stoic mindset thing, but you're unable to control a lot of the things in your life, yet we still stress about them. And why are you going to cause yourself pain about things that you have literally no effect in? Mr. Angel for the 3. Too much weight for graduating high school. A lot of people around me say they'll miss it. I don't understand. Genuinely hate school and will never miss it. Do you miss high school? No, I don't miss high school. Chen, thank you for the 5 gifteds. Thank you for the 5 gifteds. I miss how easy life was then. Z for the sub. When I was in high school, life was simple. You went to school, did your work, and went home. And then did, schoolwork, blah, 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 hung out. It was simple. Life gets more complicated the older you get. Mods, timeout crumbs rest the stream. But, no, I don't miss it. It's not really nostalgic yet because high school wasn't that long ago. Actually, high school's getting kind of nostalgic for me. Like 2018, like Juice WRLD era. I remember that Juice WRLD song that I was playing earlier, listening to that while I was on a trip with my friends. Like, that shit was, like, nostalgic. But, like, senior year's not nostalgic. Senior year was 2020 for me. That was, like, it was a while ago, but it was 5 years ago. But, I'm 23. It's not like I'm 30 years old. Z for the sub. But I don't miss it. Fuck no. When I graduated, I was like, maybe I'll go back and get my master's. Fuck school. You need to do it. I'm not saying I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying that it's not worth it. It just sucks. it just sucks. It's not fun.
All I know is this. I didn't lose any sleep over the dude getting shot. Let me just say that, all right? Sorry, I'm crazy. I'm an anarchist. Nah. The bullet on the gun read, delay, deny, depose. A play on the phrase delay, deny, defend. A strategy used by private insurance companies to reject insurance claims to people in need in order to save money, which is cold.
It's poetic.
It's good, dude. Honestly, you know what? It should be a part of a insurance CEO guy's job. You might be killed. You're getting paid big bucks. You may be killed, dude. Is that not fair? Is that not fair? Slightly, a little fair, just a little bit.
It's worth it. Worth the.
I don't think that murder is okay, but the point that Luigi was making is what most people are standing on, that why is the CEO of a company that has the highest denial rate out of any insurance company making like genuinely hundreds of millions of dollars? Like, he is turbo rich when people are actually dying because they can't get life needed surgeries funded.
Money worth the risk.
And I'm not saying death to every rich person. I'm just saying you're a healthcare guy. You're rejecting people who are like, I'm dying. That doesn't really quite fit into our economic strategy.
I also just don't like insurance companies. Political Joe, got to get a fucking political warning here. Hold up. I also just don't really like insurance companies. I think that you should just have it like other countries where we are not going through a middleman for, you know, things that are required for us to live. Like, I pay taxes for the purpose of the government providing me things. I feel like one of those things they should provide me is, you know, healthcare. Personally, I just think that's fair. Why is that not a thing? It's a thing in a lot of other countries. Norway does it best. A lot of countries do it really well. They have higher tax rates, but because now you don't have to fucking sit there and argue with some dude on a phone to talk to another guy, to talk to another guy, to talk to a hospital, which is going to converse back to that guy, to another guy, to another guy, to you, to tell you that you need different fucking points of approval from other doctors to be able to go back to the insurance guy, to go back to the other guy, to go to the other guy, to the hospital, to whether or not to see if that loops back all together, to see if it's approved, or whether or not you're going to need more things to give them, you know, reasoning on whether or not they're going to cover this. It sucks. It's stupid. Hawk for the sub. Live for the sub. Mr. Angel for the 3. Was your senior year early? Last few years, low-key sucked at high school. 9, 10, 11, a little kind of hard. Well, senior year for me was weird because it was during COVID. Hold up. Oh, my God. Why is... I'm going to freak out. Sorry. I have to respond to my manager, bro. Too many motherfuckers are messaging me. I'm going to crash out. I'm actually going to crash out. Hold up. Okay. Chantera, thank you for the 20 fucking gifted subs. Thank them if you got a sub, and thank you for the fucking 20 gifteds. Also, we're at $4,144 for Parkinson's Foundation. Dub. Gavin for the 10. Always donate to share streams. I hate school. It's freshman year of college. Hate it so much, but I have to do it. Chantero, thank you for the 20, dude. Genuinely.
You can do that as long as you know that you always have a target on your back. That's only fair, Nick.
Lock in, chat. Type locked in. I'm not getting unlocked. We need to watch this video. Please.
It's only fair.
Our mission and values are focused on helping people live healthier lives and making the health system work better for everyone.
You're playing God. I mean, the story is absolutely wild, but don't let this fool you. For every successful assassination attempt, there are a ton
Gavin
of
for the
failed
10.
ones.
Can you
Way
play
more
Bigfoot?
failed.
Gavin for the 10. Can you play Bigfoot with Zeusy? No. I've already played it. I have to rewind.
I mean, the story is absolutely wild, but don't let this fool you. For every successful assassination attempt, there are a ton of failed ones. Way more failed ones than successful ones, okay? Take the recent assassination attempt of Donald Trump. Oh, I know. Oh, Donald Trump in a video. It's played out. I get it, but...
You know what's wild is if that was actually 3 inches over, like, history would be different. our life would be different. And that applies to any butterfly effect thing in general. But if that bullet was like 2 inches to the right, we would be here right now, but I would be doing something else. This would not be the video we are watching.
20-year-old Matthew Crooks was somehow able to sneak his way onto a building with a rifle and shoot at the president, nicked his ear, despite 2 snipers surveying the entire event. Now, does that read like we're a little speculative of this? Of course! How are you gonna miss a giant man like that? We're talking about a football field and a half. That'd be one hell of a shot. He didn't really look like a kid that would be a good shooter either.
He was also bullied at school and
What does a kid look like that would be a good shooter?
sat by himself,
Not like a nerd.
friendless.
I guess when I think of like assassination attempt stuff, I always think of like a
He sat by himself friendless. I hate how people try to make the presumption that if you have no friends and play violent video games, you're going to be like a murderer. Like, he had no friends. Does your kid have no friends? Your kid might be planning to kill the president of the United States. You should check on him.
grizzly man. It's never a
Like, no, you should just fucking be a good parent. Fuck. What the hell? Does your kid play Call of Duty and is a little antisocial? You might want to check his backpack.
grizzly man. It's always like some like scrawny, even Oswald, whatever, which we all know he didn't really shoot JFK either. Crook failed in his attempt after shooting 8 times, although he wounded.
He shot 8 times? I thought he shot once. He missed 8 times?
And killed members of the audience. Thank God, not the president. He was ultimately taken out by Secret Service. Some of these botched attempts can range from sinister to straight up cartoonish. So today, let's take a look at some of the craziest and weirdest failed assassination attempts of all time. Roll the clip. We can start with a recent story that blew up over social media, where a ramen shop owner placed a bounty on a negative reviewer, which is awesome. To get the political shit out of my face, conspiracy theory stuff, give me the ramen shop owner. It was just like, he said, what? What did he say about our noodles? He's like, he didn't like them, boss. What did he say? Go get Tony. We're killing this. A ramen shop in Kyoto, Japan called Honojuro. It's a top-rated restaurant in the area. And unfortunately, that didn't stop 2 disgruntled customers from giving them a negative review after having a subpar experience. For this highly rated review, this hit to their reputation resulted in some would say, not me personally, some would say,
hit to their reputation. How many reviews do you have to get a massive hit to your reputation like that? Why aren't you talking, Joe? What do you mean, why am I not talking? Oh, yeah, we're on front page now. Sorry, I was responding to my girlfriend. Why? Sorry, I didn't pause the video and let it play for 10 seconds. Why are you not talking, Joe? I'm letting the story pan out. This guy tried to kill 2 customers because they had they gave a bad review. That's what we're talking about. I should scan this video because we're on front page now. Hello, front page viewers. We're doing a Parkinson's charity stream. If you would like to donate, !PF. You can donate to the Parkinson's Foundation. We've raised $4,144 thus far. Appreciate any other donations. Smooth for the sub, Denver for the 3. Little Fortnite Lego, no. Esther for the 3. Or for the sub, Denver for the 3. Love your videos. Sporty for the 10. Lock in.
Say it was an erratic response. Justifiable is what I say. The owner of the restaurant went on Instagram, showed images of their faces, and called out the people responsible before threatening them. In the post, the owner states,
how did he know it was them that gave a bad review? Aren't reviews anonymous? Oh, unless they were very descriptive of their experience. We went to this noodle place on September 21st, 2022, and we were sitting in the back left corner, and they gave us a subpar meal.
This, and I quote, I saw your post, and you seem a bit weird. We try not to treat people like you as customers, so it's fine. But you should probably avoid eating out someday. Someone like you will get screwed. I don't care. Just come directly, and I'll deal with you. We run a planned business, so if you get in our way, we will get in the way of yours, too.
How do they know it was them?
Well, what I'm wondering is if it's like a Google account.
That's also just like a threat. You can't, as a business owner, return to your customers that gave you a shitty review and go, we'll kill you. If I see you again, I'll murder you.
or something, does it track back to the whatever?
Lockheed, you got to do your best. You got to secure your extra 5K viewers.
He's like, you. On their Instagram story, the owner announces that $100,000 yen reward for anyone that can provide personal intel about both reviewers or track them down and take action. To stop this proposed manhunt,
Wait, they were gonna pay people to track these two random guys down for giving a bad review? That is so extra. Oh my God. I always fear that though when I have a bad Uber ride. I told y'all about the Uber driver that I had that was falling asleep at the wheel, and I gave him a 3-star. He was falling asleep at the wheel. He was biting his thumb to stay awake, and I gave him a 3-star for sleepy driving. I wanted to give him a 1, but I was like, dude, if I give him 1 and don't tip, I feel like he's just going to come and try and kill me. Like, that just scares me with that shit. I don't know. Like, that's the one, and there's always videos, like, I'm always an avid, like, person to say, hey, if you give me a even neutral service, I'm going to give you a good tip, because I understand people in the service industry, you know, are kind of at ends of making money. But in the same sense, if you're driving me home and you're driving over the line and falling asleep and biting yourself to stay awake, I don't think you should be an Uber driver. I don't think you should be driving a car right now. You haven't slept in 2 days. You should go to bed. Scatty for the 3. 10K viewers, Fluff for the sub, boss for the 3. Fluff for the 10. I know this is much. I wanted to help. I wanted to say that honestly, believe you helped me in tough times. I know that you heard that a million times. Please keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Smith, for the 3. Or for the sub. Daisy for the 3. Need advice? What should I do about suicidal thoughts? Keep going to therapy. Doesn't help. Always comes back. I don't know. My best friend is dating my ex, and I still miss her so much, so I don't know what to do anymore. Any advice? Drop your friend. Unless you gave them the, you know, blessing of talking to them. That's a number 1. Number 2, if you're having suicidal thoughts, call 988. Call 988. Suicidal hotline, if it's that serious, okay? Suicide's never the answer. You're going to therapy. You need to really talk to your therapist. Are you being open with them about everything? Are you telling them what you're telling me in even more expansive and broad areas, okay? A lot of people go to therapy. A lot of my chatters say they're going to therapy, but they don't talk to their fucking therapist. It's like they're talking to a parent. Tell them everything, right? And let them be genuinely straight up with them about everything, because otherwise you're not going to get help. You need to want to get help to achieve help. It's the same thing as an addiction. Outside of that, focus on other things, right? If you're constantly dwelling on your friend and them dating your ex, it's not a big thing in the whole scheme of life, number 1. Number 2, I mean, you don't need to be friends with them. You know, you could just kick both of those people out of your life, and then that wouldn't be really a problem anymore for you. Any for the 10. It's up to you. Fluff for the sub on what you want to do with your friend. But in that sense, it's still not a reason to kill yourself, man.
Insisted that reviewers return to try their restaurant once more.
All right, lock in, chat. Stop spamming how many viewers we have. We're on front page, I know. Exclamation point PF if you want to donate to Parkinson's Foundation. I tried to get it literally for the charity stream. Can we focus on the video itself and not spamming what view count we have, please? It's just like, why are we doing that?
It escalates to further threats. And I quote, "The only thing he can do is come back, eat again, and write a good review with the photo. I told him I won't forgive him otherwise. Not even for the safety of his family." Okay, dude. Pause! Come on, man.
Wait, so he's saying you have to, he said for you to make it right, you have to come back, remove your old review, and give a good one.
Amen! If he does that, he'll be killed right away. Jesus.
What?
Not even for the safety of his family. Okay, dude. Pause! Come on, man. Drummond! If he does that, he'll be killed right away. Jesus. This kid is so scared. He'll really do it. So he better just come back and eat. You know how awkward that'd be to pop back in that.
I wouldn't want to go back to that restaurant. I would be scared they would poison me. If you left a bad review at a food restaurant and then they were threatening to murder you unless you came back and ate their food again, I would go, dude, you're just going to kill me when I show up. Why would I ever come within a 10-mile radius of your fucking ramen place?
That restaurant? Anybody? Hello? I like to think when he comes back, too, they're going to do this to him. You really f***ed us on that one, didn't you, buddy?
You ruined our Yelp review. We had a 4-star, now we have a 3.8.
There's no more information released about this story, but the customer likely did not return after being threatened.
You know what would have been crazy is if they ended up review bombing this ramen place into the ground even worse.
With physical violence. The tweet detailing the story received over 36 million views, which did more damage to their reputation than the owner probably.
What did that say? A ramen shop in Kyoto has offered a $662 bounty per person for information on 2 individuals who posted negative reviews about the restaurant. What an odd amount of money. Is that like a rounded amount in whatever currency they have there? That's also not a lot of money to rat out somebody so they die. Well, you got to be offering more than that. Obviously, you shouldn't be doing that in general, but if you're going to try and be like, hey, give me information on these people,
their reputation than the owner probably expected. That is so great. I love that in the end, him putting out this hit, it was worse than that one single Yelp review. Well, we talked about that a bit in Japan. They have a very weird relationship with like reviews. It's very odd. People are very cold, but then also business owners will respond in like total chaos. So this being in Kyoto makes complete sense to me. Many assassinations end in failure simply due to minor technical difficulties. A common thing to expect in the heat of the moment. For example, we have the fake construction worker assassination. Recently, a video made the round showcasing an encounter in Toronto that involved a man disguised as a construction worker. The assassin, identifies as a slim-built Asian man, attempted to ambush a 41-year-old woman outside of her home. He acts friendly, but as the woman had her back turned, he pulled out a gun and tried to shoot her. The gun seemed to malfunction. In the confusion, the woman notices what is happening and sprints away from him. In the security footage that was released, we can see the man successfully shoot the woman once in the back. He's like, oh, that's how it works. Here it is. He gives up on going for the kill and sprints away in his car. The woman's injuries were non-life.
In his car, which is on camera, and there's license plates just attached to it. I never understand that mentality. That's why I'm so happy I don't live in the fucking Western times where you literally, like, there was just no way of finding anybody. I bet he didn't get arrested. Maybe not. But, like, listen, if you were alive in, like, 1820, you could just go into a business, kill everyone, and walk out. A day later, somebody would stroll in and go, oh my God, everybody's dead. And then contact the local sheriff. And then they'd be like, well, we've got a bit of a debacle on our hands. Did you see a guy do it? No, sir, I didn't see anybody. Well, this is an open and shut case. Now the property belongs to the government, and we're going to auction this off to a new owner. And they just move on. Like, before forensics, you just couldn't find people. Even the show, okay, I don't want to bring in Dexter here, but I've been watching Dexter. Dexter's mildly realistic for its time, okay, early 2000s, before there were security cameras everywhere. Now, Dexter's dumbass on the side of the road just going. Somebody's house camera just caught that. Somebody's Ring doorbell camera just saw Dexter dragging a dead body into his car. Then, yeah, it's 2003. Nobody has cameras except big businesses. But so then you could just fucking do anything. Now, Dexter's dumbass is going to be literally just on camera just going and just stab somebody with a needle in their yard. And they'd go, that's you.
Threatening, and she has since been released from the hospital. The stories with that always creep me out because it's always just like, what was the angle? Why her? We don't know. You know what's even fucked up too? The guy didn't even get caught. To be fair, it was recent, so maybe.
Which is why, dude, obviously, I don't want to say obviously. I actually don't know the statistic on this. Are there less serial killers now than there were 40 years ago? I don't know. I wanted to say, though, serial killers now would be nightmares in the 1800s. Holy fuck. Serial killers that are killing tens of people, like 10, 20, 30 people now, could have killed 500 people 100 years ago easily and not been found. Because the steps they take now to not be found amplified on a scale where there's no tech, no forensics, and there's like, hey, if they didn't see you do the crime, they just have no idea who did it. Those guys would never get caught.
He'll somehow,
Ever.
some way, he'll get caught. He's probably got to go for it again, right? Can't shoot someone once in the back and
Joe's view botting. I got front page for the charity stream.
not want to kill him. That piss you off,
Gotta
probably.
get your money.
Who's killing 20 people? Serial killers. How many people did John Wayne Gacy kill? He had like 40 people shoved under his floorboards. How many people did John Wayne Gacy kill? 33 young men.
You gotta go back.
You got to go back and try it again. If you already kill one person, you're gone. You're gone. So here, this to me, I'm like justification of people just being like, well, if I might as well just rip off the Band-Aid and just get it over with and just keep doing it. I'm a monster.
Just like that movie, The Cell. He wanted to get caught, right?
God, dude, The Cell. Jennifer Lopez is horrible in that movie.
Where you come from?
Good movie though. Love that movie. Jennifer Lopez in that movie though. Yeah. Assassin lifestyle isn't just a young man's game. I disagree. Even senior citizens have tried to snuff out a life to no avail. Like the 93-year-old man who tried to kill his wife so they could die.
Wait, what did that say? Dying man tries to fatally suffocate and strangle his wife of 60 years. That would be like getting hugged by a teddy bear. A 93-year-old man. There's no way a guy that old has grip strength. Why? I truly believe a 93-year-old man could not choke me to death. Yeah, of course it's Florida. Well, yeah, that's just... Florida always has some crazy shit going on. No, but seriously, an old, decrepit man just going, any day now. And I'd just be sitting there like, Grandpa. Grandpa, you're not even like holding my windpipe down. I'm like, are you trying to kill me? Like, I'm not. What are you doing? Mods, ban Noah. Yeah, get them out of here.
Kill his wife so they could die together. What the f happened to
Grandpa, your hands feel like sandpaper. Grandpa, why is your skin so loose?
romance?
That is romantic.
Isn't that romantic? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, people always like, chivalry's dead. It is, dude, and you f***ing killed it. It's time to go, sweetheart. I'm dying. Time to go. A senior Florida man named Helmet
That's fucked to try and kill. Okay, we just glanced past that. It wasn't like he was just trying to commit murder. This was a 93-year-old man trying to strangle and kill his wife that he's been with for 60 years. Oh my God. Just so he could die with her.
Lochner. Oh, dude. Made two
That's like fucked up.
attempts to murder his wife in the span of
And that ruins their whole life experience there.
2 weeks. I like how the first time she's like, Helmet. He's like, I know. I'm sorry. I know. I'm being
Oh, wait. No, he tried to kill her multiple times.
and killed it. It's time to go, sweetheart. I'm dying. Time to go. A senior Florida man named Helmet Lochner. Oh, dude. Made 2 attempts to murder his wife in the span of 2 weeks. I like how the first time she's like, Helmet. He's like, I know. I'm sorry. I know.
He's just like shuffling at her with a knife. She's in much better condition than he is. He's just like... and he's not even sneaking up on her. She's just staring at him. She's like, Helmet, what are you doing? Helmet, get over here. She's like, Helmet, I'll just get in the car. You're not going to be able to kill me.
I'm being silly. According to him, he was worried about leaving her all alone when he died. Romantic. Romeo and Juliet. Hello?
He was worried she was gonna get some
Did they not have like grandkids or anybody that could like help them?
tail.
Oh, dude, he was like, you better not get dick down after I'm dead. This motivated him to sneak behind her while she was watching television and use a rope to strangle her. God, what do you think? Do you like watching Young Sheldon? She's like, yeah, I love the show. Just go to sleep, Helga. Bazinga. Luckily, she was able to wrestle it off of her and call the police. Oh, God, old people are so f***ing gross, dude. They're just like dinosaurs walking around.
And that was probably such a fucking struggle. Two very old 80s and 90-year-olds trying to like fight each other so they don't die.
They're just like weak babies. Oh. So she's probably just slapped his hand. He's like, my wrist is broken. But according to the dispatch,
Yeah, old people cut easy, dude. Old person bumps their fucking hand on a wall, they just gash their whole hand open.
the man was heard in the background saying, you can die with me. Yeah, Helmet's having a die with me. The police arrived to find the woman outside in tears, bruised and bleeding from the attack. I was expecting her to just fight him off immediately.
He's the one who's bloody.
I figured that he would be like on the porch like, die with me, you bitch! The man was evaluated at a local hospital before being charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and booked in jail. His wife...
He's in prison? Do they transfer people that old somewhere else? There's no way they just put a 93-year-old man in prison. Like cell block B, he's just posted up with like genuinely murderers and like high-profile drug dealers.
reported that he had made an
They do? No way. He's going to get killed in prison.
earlier attempt to kill her by smothering her with a
What if he drops the soap? I don't think anybody wants a piece of that. If I'm being honest. 93-year-old man. He baits it out too. He goes, "Oh, I've dropped the soap." He's like, "I said I dropped the soap." Everybody else, he like turns around, the whole room's gone. Like no one's there. No one's there. He's just, where'd everybody go?
the pillow. Somehow, she got him to stop and just assumed that it wouldn't happen again. Well, she's like, ah! 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 See you in heaven. I got 2 tickets to paradise. Just stop. Okay, I'm sorry. Who did she tell?
What was his plan though? Was he gonna kill himself after he killed her?
She must have not told anybody.
Helmet said, "You're not gonna say shit, bitch."
That's 1950s love. Don't say anything, you bitch whore.
It's like, okay, Helmet.
That's good 1950s loving. Me and you forever, toots. I love you, Elga. If they're in a retirement community, those things are just like sex pits. They are. All those old people are just
What the fuck was that?
flopping and touching and groping. I'm thinking 93-year-old.
Nah, old people fuck. That's a fact, by the way. Retirement homes?
Old man. She's
You'd think they didn't? Oh my god, what class was it? I had to take a I took a lot of bullshit gen eds in the last 2 years of college just to get credits. And I had to take a class about old people. And for a whole like 2 weeks, we had to talk about old people's sex lives. And it was about the aging population. And old people like above the age of 65, yeah, they use like Viagra and stuff. They do it averagely as much as like 30-year-olds. Sometimes more. Especially when they're in like an old person home and they do like orgies, dude. They're doing like crazy shit. Your grandma, your grandpa, they're getting at it, dude. Swinger parties.
like, everybody's going, I'm sorry, way out. She's like
Not always.
76.
But if they're in Florida,
She's like
in some like snowbird home,
a fresh tail at the retirement. He's just like, Auga, do my eyes deceive me or is that heaven? You have nice tits. Bazinga. But as you can see, love pushes people to do some particularly
I gotta piss. I'm sorry. I peed like 4 times this stream. I know. Hold up. Count me down. Like literally 30 seconds, not even. Count me down. Oh. All right. Dude, we got to lock in. We got to finish this video and then do the JD Vance tier list. All right, lock in. God damn.
Unhinged things. Just true. This is similar to our next story where a Tennessee woman hires a hitman to kill his new partner's wife. He's a southern boy with southern charm. Melody Sasser, a 54-year-old woman from Knoxville.
Where do you even go to hire a hitman? Do you just start going to like sketchy places in your city and be like, hey, you want to make $5,000?
Had used Match.com in hopes of meeting a new man. She ended up infatuated with a man that is referred to as DW in court documents, going on a date together. I feel like Match.com's gotta be. These all feel like murder machines, don't they? Christian.
The dark web. Brother. No 50-year-old knows how to navigate the dark web.
Mingle. Farmers only.
Farmers only?
I think that legitimately is what I've seen commercials here. It's like a guy coming off the farm and he like walks into his computer. You know, you're a country boy. She went on a hike with him on the Appalachian Trail, and soon they both became hiking buddies. Later, he moved to Alabama where he became engaged to his current wife, referred to as JW. While it is not clear if there was a mutual, real romantic connection between the two, Sasser was infuriated to discover that he was getting married. She responded, quote, I hope you both fall off a cliff and die. That's sweet. Every one of these things, I'm just like, isn't that just kind of romantic though? She wants to like bludgeon his head and have him fall off into a crevasse. In order to get her revenge, she accessed a dark website known as Online Killers Market. It's not a very...
OnlineKillersMarket.com. WeKillPeopleForMoney.net. Totally real website.
ambiguous name. It's
All right, you have to fill out this Google form.
like a dark website.
How much does your person you want assassinated approximately weigh?
What was it called? Online
Would they be able to kill me in a fist-on-fist fight?
Killer Market.
Here are my stats.
Under the name Katri. I was trying to give her a little bit of the
Green belt in jiu-jitsu.
Katri. I think it's just cat. She's like, I love cats. She spent $10,000 in Bitcoin for hitman that could take
10 grand in Bitcoin?
JW out for good. She told the hitman, quote, it needs to seem random or accidental or plant drugs. Do not want a long investigation. She recently moved in with her new husband. And after 2 months, she was frustrated to find that the job had not been carried out yet. Instead of waiting patiently, she began...
And she gets killed, then what? She thinks he's going to return to her. He's probably just going to find another person to date.
threatening JW over voicemails using a voice changer. She also traveled to their home to key the new wife's car, which also I like how she's basically just being like Dennis Reynolds here. Whenever from It's Always...
Hello? Can you see me?
Random or accidental. Or
am I here?
kept reaching out to the hitman, unable
Oh, okay. What the fuck happened?
being like Dennis Reynolds here. Whenever from It's Always Sunny, he's like, you're gonna die tonight. She's doing the dentist system to him.
Is it working?
I think it
What
might.
is
Well, let's
this?
read. She kept reaching out
What is this little bar here?
to the hitman, unable to wait any longer.
What is this little bar here?
And she told him, quote, I have waited 2 months and 11 days and the job is not completed. 2 weeks ago, you said it was been worked on and would be done in a week. The job is still not done. Does it need to be assigned to someone else? Will it be done? What is the delay?
What's with the bar? Why is that there? Is that always there? Have I never noticed that? What's with the bar? Oh, it's a new YouTube update. Oh.
Not done. Does it need to be assigned to someone else? Will
All right, lock in, lock in.
not done. Does it need to be assigned to someone else? Will it be done? What is the delay? When will it be done? Her messages were intercepted by investigators, and she was soon arrested. Her home was searched and revealed a journal listing off other potential hitmen for hire websites she utilized. She accepted a plea deal for 100 months in prison, on top of restitution
100 months in prison? What is that, like 8 years?
cost of over $5,000. I think that she should at least have to pay the $10,000 to Bitcoin to them. I mean, she's out 15 grand, but really,
Yo, TBDJ, here's F11 Beast. Here's F11 Beast. Here's F11 Beast. Yo, nice job spamming that, TBDJ. Yo, nice job spamming that, TBGJ. Nice F11. Chat, just shut up. We're going to watch the video. Zoom out. Why do I have to zoom out to 75%?
It's, you know, by today's market, you know, what the fuck? Which Melody
Whatever.
Sasser isn't the first woman to get impatient waiting on her assassin to complete the job. So let's talk about Mary Ellen Samuels, the Green Widow. Mary Ellen Samuels was married to a talented camera operator known as Robert Samuels, who had worked on big films like Lethal Weapon. I know. Everyone's like, oh, I feel like a lot of people won't even know what the Lethal Weapon is now. It's like such an 80s meme.
You're just watching the video, not reacting. What are you talking about? We've been on this video for an hour. Do you want me to switch videos, RHD? You want me to switch videos? Oh, sorry, I'm not talking enough. Moist for the sub, moist for the 3. I'm left for the sub, Corbin for the 10. Got my wisdom teeth out. Hope it's all right. Preston and moist for the sub, Expo for the 5. How can I send you a stream key for my short horror game? Video slash app, game slash app. If you have any videos you want to watch games you want to play, you would have to send it to a mod to send to me. Lachlan for the 3. Already donated 7. Why not make it 10? Have a good stream. F. Parkinson's. Tyler for the 10. Parkinson's Foundation. Drake for the 10 to Parkinson's Foundation. Mom passed away at the beginning of the month. I want to say anybody going through something, you're not alone. Times get better. Fest for the 3. Mr. Beast posted a collab with the Ash guy 19 minutes ago. One for the sub. SG for the 20. My grandfather Parkinson's before he passed away. He never had the money to give him proper care he needed. I'm sorry to hear that, man. SG for the 10. Grandfather had Parkinson's before he passed. Never had the money. Are you the person that? Oh, you said that twice. Rifted for the sub. Joe for the Lindsay for the 3. It's my Barbara's birthday. Happy birthday, Lindsay. Emmy for the 10. Days for the 3. I already read that. Moist for the sub. Lock in, bro. God damn. Lock in. We have to get through this video. We have to get through this video so we can get to the JD Vance. Just saying, wow, not y'all DMing me. Threats to my DM is crazy. Okay, anybody threatening this guy, bro, please stop. But RHD, bro, like, I'm reacting to the video. What do you mean? I'm talking where I can talk. Like, I never understand that complaint where it's like, you're not talking enough. I rarely get that. If anything, honestly, I get complaints that I talk too much. We've gotten through fucking 3 videos today. 4 videos today. Honestly, I've been yapping so much. People were just complaining about it an hour ago. Now you're telling me I'm not talking enough? Very confusing. Anyways, I'm not going to talk where I don't think that I need to. But at the end of the day, I mean, we can skip the video if you don't think that I'm commentating enough. I try my damnedest, RHD. I can tell you that the Joe Bart guarantee. That's why I have the video tab, game tab, so I can literally sit here and fucking pick videos that I think I'll be able to talk about. And I skip videos that I don't think I'm able to comment about. But at the end of the day, man, you're saying it's Ocean sent threats. Send it to my mod. You're gonna have to show proof, and then they'll ban them. But if they actually sent you a threat, that's how that's gonna go. You can't just call out random chatters, though. Anyways, you know, I do believe that I'm commentating. If you don't think that I am, then you know you could leave the stream and go watch the video yourself. I'll send it here.
They met each other
Don for the sub.
at their high school reunion, which is also very romantic. 2 loves kindling over time, crossing paths. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Robert.
And we're skipping the video because that shit pissed me off. Like, that shit actually makes me want to just move on. All right. I don't know, bro. That actually just pissed me off. Like, that actually just pissed me off. I hate when people do that. You're not commentating enough, bro. Shut up.
I saw that movie Lethal Weapon filmed. Yeah. I'm just going to come out and say it. I like you.
I need a rewind, too. I literally have to dip in 40 minutes. So we're going to have to spam through this JD Vance tier list.
They met each other at their high school reunion, which is also very...
I got to rewind even more. No idea what's going on. Was responding
to complete the
chatter.
job. So let's talk about Mary Ellen Samuels, the Green Widow. Mary Ellen Samuels was married to a talented camera operator known as Robert Samuels, who had worked on big films like Lethal Weapon. I know. Everyone's like, oh, I feel like a lot of people want to...
Oh, Lethal Weapon? Let me go on a Lethal Weapon rant for 45 minutes now. Oh my god, Lethal Weapon? Oh my god. Oh my god, Lethal Weapon? Am I not talking about... What the fuck am I going to say there, dude? Damn it!
Even know what the Lethal Weapon is now. It's like such an 80s meme. They met each other at their high school reunion, which is also very romantic. 2 loves kindling over time, crossing paths. Hey, Mary.
Hey,
Who the hell even goes to their high school reunion, though? Is that something y'all plan on going to later in life? I don't know, maybe. I feel like it would be nice to go to once to just see what the people you graduated with are doing with their lives. but I feel like that's a one-time thing. But old people be going to them nonstop. Old people have high school reunions like every year, and they always pull up.
Robert, I saw that movie Lethal Weapon that you filmed. Yeah, I'm just gonna come and say it. I like you. Really?
Which together they lived a great life. Mary's husband was wealthy and took good care of her, and Nicole, their adopted child. This is Nicole. It's not really Nicole. Over time, however, the relationship took a tumble, and by 1987, they got a divorce. Oh, so dude, he was like, this movie's gonna be huge. I can't get off the Lethal Weapon saying she made claims that Samuels was abusive to her and Nicole, and soon after, Mary openly talked about wanting Samuels to be killed, approaching many people with a plan to take him out. A hitman was hired, but not a reliable one. On 3 of the 4 occasions.
Well, dude, because you're never gonna find a reliable guy to kill people, unless you work in the government and you're a part of the FBI or some sort of insider business. Like, you're not gonna get a John Wick. You're gonna get a random guy that you're gonna offer $2,000 that probably has a drug problem. That's like, yeah, I'll kill somebody for money. Because you have to be in a mental state to be ready to kill people for pay, right? Being a hitman's not something that's like a prideful job for most people. Like her, she's not going to be able to pay this guy $100,000. I would presume average hitman, it probably costs like $2-3 grand, and that's, bottom of the barrel. I think if you're hiring a good hitman, you probably got to give that guy like $250,000.
He had
if that even exists.
failed to carry out the hit, and Mary openly complained about the $15,000 she
like Dexter.
wasted on him. It was becoming well known that she wanted her husband dead because she wouldn't shut up about it amongst her peers. At one point, she even asked one of her Hollywood friends for a loan to pay for another hitman. And eventually, she did hire a new hitman who carried out the job with ease. Robert was confronted inside his home in Sepulveda, where he was shot in the head by a 16-gauge shotgun. Not even 12 gauges, 16. We need 4 extra gauges. The police saw Mary as a grieving wife. That all changed when they realized she had collected $500,000 from the insurance. She had passed a polygraph test, so they cut her the check. The money was immediately used to purchase lavish items, like a $50,000 Porsche.
Passed a polygraph test, but all of her friends are going, didn't you just ask us for money to kill your husband? Didn't you literally just... He's dead now, and he got shot in the head by a random guy that disappeared. I would be... Obviously, I don't want to say you rat on your friends, but for murder? Are you ratting on your friend for murder? If the guy's... Okay, this is the scenario. Say she's actually in an abusive relationship, and he, like, beats her, and he, like, does all these things. I would still be like, you need to just, like, go to the police. Right? I don't think the method here is paying a guy to shoot him. In that scenario, she kills him. I would be like, you need to go tell him, right? You need to go tell the police, or I'm going to, right? I would confront them about it. But if, like, they just want to kill their husband, and she's like, yeah, I just killed my husband, I would go, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're gonna not rat on your friend? Chat, you realize if this is what I would tell my friend. This is what I would tell my friend. I would say, never let me know you did anything illegal, because then I'm an accomplice for the crime and I will rat on you. I will rat on you. If you kill someone, do not tell me. Please do not tell me. Because then if they tell you and you don't snitch, now you're also going to jail. Because they're gonna get caught. It's just not... It's like whether or not it falls on you. I'd be like, just don't tell me. What if Brooke told you? I would be like, don't tell me. I just don't... If she went, Jose, I did something bad, I'd go, I don't want to hear about it. I'd go, don't tell me. Don't tell me what it is. That's not my problem. That's not my problem.
And a condo in Cancun for $130,000. In a particularly idiotic display, she had even broken $20,000 into stacks of bills and photographed herself covered in money on vacation.
If she told you you would snitch, fuck. Me and Brooke panned out this scenario of what if I told her I was Dexter or vice versa. Like, like, what would the response be? If you told your significant other years into a relationship that you kill people that kill people. You're not like Jeffrey Dahmer serial killer. You're like a killer that kills killers. I don't know. That'd be scary. That's not like them finding out you did something like bad. That's like them finding out you're a murderer, right? That's different from like, hey, you made a fucked up decision. You've killed 40 people for fun and you get horny from it. Like, that's 2 levels there. I don't know.
Honestly, that's kind of awesome. I like how all her friends are like, she definitely killed her wife, whatever. She's like, it's the 80s. There's no repercussions ever. The investigation revealed that the hitman was a man named Jim Bernstein, who had a casual relationship with Mary's daughter. Nicole claimed that her father had sexually assaulted her, which pushed Jim to carry out the act. It's kind of fucked up too. You're the person for my daughter, right? Yeah, I'm Jim. Okay, great. I'm gonna kill her dad. I like how it's just like one simple story. He's just like, that motherfucker's dead. He's really in love with her. That, he's like, what did he, what? Get somebody emotionally riled up. Even though what's kind of weird is there at one point, she definitely had to tell him, like, I wish he was dead. I tried to kill him multiple times. And to not be like, it seems a bit odd, right? Why don't you just divorce him?
She wants all the pie inside.
I want the whole enchilada. Police searched for Bernstein, and he was found dead along a trail in Ventura County, California, due to strangulation. And as the investigation...
Okay, I've been pondering about this whole Dexter thing. My friend comes to me and he tells me he's the Bay Harbor Butcher and he kills people that kill people. My immediate response is bullshit. While we've been watching this, I've been pondering this in my head. My immediate response is cap. If he proves it to me, then I'm going to go, okay, well, I wish he never told me this. But then, I don't know. Then I don't know. I'd be a little bit scared of him. Would I still be his friend? I don't know. I think he's doing an immoral action, but it's like utilitarian because he's killing people that kill people, but it's still bad to kill people. So I would be like, I don't know. That's a very hard situation. I feel like that's a gut moment. You figure it out, you know? That's actually one of those hypotheticals where there's actually no answer until you're in the scenario where your friend comes to you and goes, I'm a serial killer. That's the only time you have some sort of response.
Investigation continued. Discovered that Mary was behind the murder, as she not only wanted the insurance money, but also the Subway franchise Robert
Zod said I'd be like, type shit. You would just say type shit.
Purchase that she had been managing. I also want the cold cut combo kingdom. I want it all, goddammit. Greedy ass woman, dude. God damn. Mary used their Subway shop to pay Bernstein for the murder, as well as a $6,000 to another pair of hitmen to kill Bernstein over fears of him talking. Both hitmen pled guilty in exchange for testifying against Mary, receiving 15 years to life. Mary Ellen was sentenced to life in prison. Which, to be fair, at least she got to do the cash thing. She got away with a lot of it there for a bit. It's funny, she kills Jim to stop them from talking, but then the two guys are like, I'm sorry, man. Killed a guy for money. But as you could imagine, people in the public eye are much more susceptible to assassination attempts. For example, 2 men once planned to kill and castrate Justin Bieber.
Castration? They wanted to cut his nuts off? Why?
I feel like you could probably leave out the castration. I'm not saying to kill, I'm just saying if you're gonna do one of those things, you just put a bolt in his head. I'm just saying castration, bit of overkill, all right? What are we doing here? Are you trying to send a message? Because God, I hope not. In 2012, a man named Dana Martin had become obsessed with Justin Bieber. Kind of makes me think he's collecting it then. Castration? If he's obsessed with Justin Bieber, got his balls in like
a serial killer trophy.
Mason jar. Like it's Newton's cradle, but it's just 12-year-old Justin Bieber's balls. He's obsessed to the point of having a tattoo of him on his leg. A 12-year-old pops.
Dude, and imagine the tattoo artist that's getting that commissioned. I want a full thigh tat of Justin Bieber's face. The immediate... I mean, if you're a tattoo artist, you'd still probably do it. You'd probably charge the hell out of him, though. I'd be like, yeah, that's going to be $3,000.
Star. After sending him countless letters not getting a response, he became infuriated and decided to seek Revenge. I've written you several times. I need your balls. There was only one problem. He was already in prison, serving a life sentence for the brutal killing of a 15-year-old girl a decade prior. Because of this, he enlisted a former inmate friend as well as his nephew to help kidnap and castrate and murder Bieber alongside his bodyguard. Apparently, the two of them were already amidst a plot to castrate and kill two completely unrelated people. What's up with all the castration?
Wait, so they were already doing this to other people outside of Justin Bieber that weren't famous, and he was in jail for that?
Just like, we need balls, gentlemen. Many, many balls. Not even, I don't think they're bronze. They're just like fleshy. They're like... But they agreed to travel to Bieber's New York City concert after they were done with that. In phone calls between them, it was decided that handheld hedge clippers would be used to castrate their victims.
No, like the way I like, dude, the way I work is I like to know as little as possible. We went and we bought some, those hedge clippers. So they were going to kidnap Justin Bieber and hedge clip his nuts off and then shoot him.
With Martin offering $2,500 per testicle. I feel like he'd be like, I'll give you $5,000 for
$2,500 per testicle. What are you going to lose one?
the job, but you're only getting
We got to do an individual price for both.
$2,500 per pair. So you gotta bring me both if you want the full thing. The plan was underway, but met an immediate halt when the uncle and nephew missed a turn and accidentally ran into the Canadian border. The uncle was arrested due to an outstanding warrant, and the nephew was released only to admit to the police what they were planning to do. Definitely the nephew was like, I never wanted to castrate people, and my uncle said he was going to castrate me if I didn't help castrate them. In the end, all 4 targets were unscathed, and the men involved were all caught conspiring to commit murder. While some assassination plots involved catching a victim when they least suspected, others decided
Castrate them too, dude? What the fuck is the point in that? What the fuck is the point in that? And then are they castrating him when he's dead or alive?
to make a big show out of the act. And a good example would be the attempted murder of Dave Chappelle. So many stars.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why people are mad at Dave Chappelle. You may remember the story from 2022 where comedian Dave Chappelle was attacked in the middle of a comedy show at the Hollywood Bowl. A 23-year-old named Isaiah Lee rushed the stage and tackled Chappelle wielding a pistol with a blade attached to the end of it, although he did not use it during the assault. Such a weird
How did
image.
you get that through security?
Well, that's what I'm saying too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they don't have metal detectors.
He's like, it's all 3D printed. His reasoning for doing it was supposedly due to his dislike of the comedian's jokes against the
I identify as bisexual, and I wanted him to know what he said was triggering. So you were going to murder him? Wanted him to know the next time he should consider first running his material by people it could affect.
LGBTQ community, as well as the homeless. Have we said?
I get people being upset, but going, now I'm going to bum rush him and try and stab him.
Anything bad about the LGBTQ or homeless? I feel like I've said some stuff about the homeless. LGBTQ. You guys rule. Don't tackle me with a gun with a knife, please. Thank you. The man failed to take out Dave Chappelle, and security guards soon swarmed him and began punching and kicking him. The comedian went right back to his act. Lee was jailed on charges of
He just kept going?
battery, possessing a deadly weapon with the intent of assault, and 2 counts related to the interfering with a public event. They're like, buddy, seriously, it's the Hollywood Bowl. Take it
That's crazy to not end the show after that, being like, that guy had a gun.
outside if you're going to do it there. It's a classy place. But not only that, but he was later charged with attempted murder based on the incident prior to this one. It turns out that the 23-year-old stabbed his transitional housing roommate during an argument, a crime that came to light with the help from the publicity gained from the Chappelle assassination attempt. I'll tell you what, that's what I'm saying. What did I say earlier? I said, once you try it, you got to do it until you're successful. It's the catch-22 is because then when you finally successfully do it, you're just like living La Vida Loca. Like, I'm going to do it again.
That's what you say. You said once you get away with it.
Okay, that's what everyone says. That's what everyone says. I was just voicing the public outcry of what people say. And let me tell you something. This next one is something near and dear to my heart as a metalhead fan. This is quite the tale. There's crazy individuals that tried to assassinate celebrities, but how about when celebrities are behind the murder plot? We could talk about Tim Lambesis, metalcore singer that tried to get his wife killed. It was discovered in 2013 that Tim Lambesis, the singer of the band As Lay Dying, had hired a hitman to kill his recently divorced wife, Megan Lambesis. While they co-parented their 3 adopted children, Megan began to feel that Tim was becoming distant and failing to properly care for them. So she noted that he had, at one point, become...
Okay, I don't want to say that I think it would be easier to kill someone than hire somebody to kill someone, but wouldn't there be an obvious paper trail? Yeah, you have an alibi and you're not at the scene of the crime, but you're contacting someone and giving them money to murder someone. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe on a moral level too, you don't want to be the one that stabs or kills them, but even then, I feel like it would just be easier. You got a burner phone? Then they're going to go, why do you have, we saw you bought a burner phone from a Verizon store. Why'd you do that?
Become so immersed in bodybuilding that he was too distracted to pay attention to his
We're not going to have enough time for JD Vance. Yeah, we will.
kids, aka Tim.
I don't know. We might not.
Also was taking
We'll see.
a bunch of steroids. Show a picture of Tim a year before he started doing steroids, and then show him after that. All natural. That's what broccoli and chicken get you. A little bit of creatine. A little bit, just for that pump, just to get me started. As things got worse, they began private mediation to determine the custody of the children. And as the divorce got messy, Tim feared he would lose over half of his income. Huh. Oh, my Asley dying.
Don't get married if you're worried about that. People always be saying, oh, you got to sign a prenup. And I understand the idea of that, but at the same time, if you are deathly terrified of losing half of your wealth, just never get married. Prenups are proof you don't have trust. No, I think prenups are still just a safety net. I don't have anything against people that want to sign prenups because it is an insurance-based scenario where if that person tries to fuck you over right after marriage, they don't get anything. But once you get married, most prenups are for assets pre-marriage. Once you're married, anything obtained afterwards is usually considered one and the same, and that you would usually get split. Depends on the prenup that you're signing and the rules that are set in place, but yeah, most prenups don't usually cover, to my knowledge. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer, but most prenups I've heard of are protecting pre-marriage assets. Arma for the 100 to Parkinson's Foundation. Recently joined the military. Made it my first school. It's really sad how many veterans are affected by Parkinson's. Hope this donation helps. God bless you and all that you do. Thank you. And W fucking donation. And thank you for your service as well. Brendan for the sub, Christopher for the 10. What's the next drinking stream? Don't know. Moist for the sub, Alexander for the 5. Hello, you bald-looking ass. Dip, 40 minutes, old ass, trying to find Russian Orthodox in L.A. Help, please. What? Crazy, cold, Dond. Moist for the sub, Moist for the 3. Corbin for the 10. All right.
Money? You kidding me? This is...
Chat, problem. Okay, we need to talk about this real quick. Thoughts on moving the JD Vance till Sunday? I don't want to rush it, and I do have to dip in like 20 minutes. And this is a long tier list. I don't want to spam through it. I want to be able to take my time on the JD Vance tier list. Okay? I think that's fair to do it Sunday. Do a poll. Let's finish this video. Do a poll.
All my Hot Topic shirt sales out the window. There they go. Thanks, Megan. Because of this, he reached out to a personal trainer at his gym about helping him find someone to kill his wife. Hey, man, you coming in today? Yeah, I'm going to get my pump in. Hey, do you know anybody who can kill my wife? Sure do. Yes, sir. Yes, I do. The trainer pretended to find the perfect man for the job, but secretly tipped off the police instead. Hey, man, you...
He just went to his personal trainer about killing his wife? What the fuck? Honestly, that is the best play, to just be, like, friendly about it. Like, oh, yeah, sure, man.
look like a freak. Thanks, Tim. Do you know anybody who can kill my wife? Yeah, man, definitely. If there's a guy gonna kill his wife soon, you know, like, what the fuck was he thinking? An undercover cop met with Tim, pretending to be the hitman. He received $1,000 for expenses on top of his wife's address. $1,000, Tim? And what, just think?
$1,000 to kill someone. That's not even a reasonable amount. That's obviously you falling for a narc. Unless they look like a crackhead that, like, needs the money that bad. Mods, ban Big Black Mike. Ban him. Ban him.
Think about that.
No, but seriously, that's a steal. Well, yeah, it's a steal, but also you meet up with a very, you know, dressed to impress, suit and tie man, and he goes, yeah, I'll kill him for $1,000. $1,000. What are you doing? One hit every fucking week?
1987, they were paying 10 grand back then. I mean, he's like, listen, dude, Megan's gonna take half. If you complete it, I'll give you more. On top of his wife's address, gate codes, and pictures, the murder was planned to happen while the kids were with him. The job would pay out an additional $20,000 upon completion. All right, well, fucking, maybe someone should kill me, dude. Tim Lambesis was soon arrested and sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading guilty. He was released on parole in 2016. After his release, they let Tim join back in Asley Dying because then they made this big sappy video. It's pretty funny. They're like, you know, people make mistakes and we change and we grow. And then
does the wife have a restraining order on him? Like, that would be terrifying for him to actually be going through with the whole process of trying to kill his wife.
And immediately afterwards, they all left because they're just like, no, we can't. We can't be with this guy. Tim Albesis became the sole member of As Lay Dying, but still claims that the band will continue. Although throughout history, people have attempted to assassinate high-profile people in power, one of the most cartoonishly ridiculous cases revolves around the CIA's many failed assassination attempts of Fidel Castro. How could they possibly be so bad at it? Isn't that kind of their
Didn't they actually end up assassinating him? Who was it Saddam Hussein or Fidel Castro? I think it was Saddam Hussein. Did the U.S. kill Saddam Hussein? Oh, no. Was it Saddam? I don't know. There's pictures of it. I can't show them.
thing?
He's a slippery little fish.
He was Slippery Castro, is what we called him. Fidel Castro was a communist leader in Cuba that the CIA actively tried to assassinate for many, many years. Some of these methods included poison cigars, because Fidel Castro loved his cigars, all right? So soon after he came into power, the CIA spiked them with a deadly botulinum toxin. They were delivered, but nothing came of it, suggesting that they were either lost or disposed of. They even poisoned his ice cream. Fidel Castro was also obsessed with ice cream, eating it almost daily. Good man. All right, if you're in power and you're not eating ice cream every day, are you really living? The CIA decided to poison one of the desserts by giving it to an assassin working at one of his favorite cafes. And unfortunately for them, the poison that was stashed in the freezer became frozen stuck, eventually spilling all over the floor during their efforts to dislodge it. It's like a Three Stooges sketch.
Yeah, this actually does not sound like the U.S. government trying to kill someone. This sounds like a fucking movie plot. Or like Breaking Bad, but it's not Walter White. It's Jesse just trying to fucking kill people and just failing miserably every time. And Walter just returning and going, "You fucking idiot! What did I teach you? You have to put the pill in the ice cream before it goes into the freezer. If you separate them, it's always going to get sticky and get stuck to the top."
Or the poison pin. A pin hiding a hypodermic needle rigged with poison they ultimately gave up on before it could have even been taken.
Yeah, but then the CIA got caught with like a pistol that just puts like a little pinhole in your arm or something. Well, they could just shoot you anywhere. Did y'all see that? I think we watched a video on that. The CIA made a pistol where if they shoot you, it only leaves like a little needle prick and you just have a heart attack and die. And they had to get rid of it. And this was in like the fucking 80s or the 60s. We watched this shit on stream. And I'm like, what do they have now if that's what they had then? It was a little gun, and they would just shoot you with it, and you would just die. And there was no, it would dissolve. There was no evidence of anything. It just killed you. And when they did an autopsy report, it was like, oh, you died of a heart attack or natural causes.
Taken to Cuba. The seashell trap, as
Yeah, the heart attack gun.
Castro was known to scuba dive, a plan was concocted to rig underwater seashells with explosives that would detonate when he picked up the shells to inspect them. As it was impossible to rig strong explosives to small shells, this plan was abandoned as well. And lastly, the fake Antichrist plan. The CIA thought that they would convince the Cubans, who were primarily Catholic, to believe Castro was the Antichrist. By doing this alongside faking the second coming of Jesus Christ, they thought it would be possible to push Cubans to overthrow and kill him. To fake the second coming, they aimed to have an American submarine shoot off star shells over the Cuban horizon to light up.
Oh, that's the gun. Wait, that's the gun.
Up the sky. The plan was never enacted. Despite this info coming from direct CIA agents' testimony, the man who concocted this scheme denied its existence. He's like, that never happened. Seriously, who told you that one? Because that never happen. I'd be like, what are you gonna do? Assassinate me, dude? I have many ideas. Yes, I could. And lastly, we have a particularly unique assassination plot involving a mobster and a camera gun. In 1946, we're going back, boys. A 19-year-old woman named Pearl Lusk was tricked into murdering a man who she had never met. It all started when a gangster named Alfonsi Rocco.
Alfonsi.
Is that not the most
Very Italian, man.
stereotypical mobster name I've ever heard?
My name's Alfonsi Rocco.
Alfonsi Rocco approached her, pretending to be a detective.
I'm a detective. Okay.
He convinced her that he actually needed her to help solving an important case.
I feel like Joey Bergamo. What's like a mobster name? Some sort of like very biblical male name, and just a Joey Diaz, but that's an actual guy. Yeah, Joey Falcone, Tony Castillo, like anything Emilio, like some shit like that. Tony Balagucci. It's him. It's Tony. They call him Joey the Pig. Joey the Pig Alfonso. They always have a nickname. They call him Tony the Butcher. Tony the Butcher Giuliano. Just anything like Joe Bartolozzi, bro.
Supposedly, he needed her to snap a picture of a person that was suspected of being a thief. I need you to take a picture of a guy. Okay, it's 1946. All right, sure. That's what life's like back then. The target's name was Olga Tropini Rocco. Rather than a thief, this woman was actually Alfonso's ex-wife, who he feared would go to the police to receive protection from him after he repeatedly assaulted her and sent multiple death threats. He's like, why would you do that? Come on! You're being crazy! Pearl was willing to help, so he handed her a gun, crudely wrapped up like a present. He told her it was an X-ray camera. After identifying Olga at her place, he told her to get close to her and take a picture to see if she had stolen jewels on her person. She caught up to Olga in a subway, took her photo, and ended up shooting her in the leg. She survived the attack, but later lost the leg because, once again, it's 1946. Alphonse was outed for the plot and was chased by the police until he was eventually shot to death in a shootout. Pearl was so naive about the whole ordeal that she told the cops, I took the picture and at the same time somebody shot her. As it turned
She fucking thought that she didn't realize that there's no recoil in the gun. What the fuck? She took the picture and went